Good evening. You're watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. His Majesty Sultan Haitham bin Tariq receives more cables of greetings on the occasion of the 50th National Day of the Renaissance. And His Majesty the Sultan, the Supreme Commander, issues a royal pardon to a number of prisoners convicted in different cases. Those were the headlines, and now the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Haitham bin Tariq received a cable of greetings from His Excellency General Sultan bin Mohammed Al Nu'mani, Minister of Royal Office, Head of the Office of the Supreme Commander, on the occasion of the 50th National Day of the Renaissance.
In the cable, His Excellency the Minister of Royal Office said, as our dear country celebrates the 50th National Day. In the cable, His Excellency the Minister of Royal Office said, as our dear country celebrates the 50th National Day, he is honored to forward to His Majesty the Sultan his utmost greetings and wishes, praying to God to repeat this occasion and bestow upon him health and happiness and further progress for Oman under his esteemed leadership. He added, the 18th of November is the anniversary of the March of Glory in Oman's history, the achievements of which were made by His Majesty the late Sultan Qaboos. May God rest his soul in peace. As His Majesty Sultan Haitham bin Tariq took over the testament of completing this march, supported by the citizens' loyalty, so that to keep Oman a symbol for peace and an oasis of security and wisdom. His Excellency further added that His Majesty's vision and sober directives are the basic essentials and enablers to continue building the country and moving it towards more prosperity and confirming its prestigious status among nations within the current events and changes witnessed in the world. Oman's people stand in one row under his leadership, ready to sacrifice and exerting their utmost efforts to overcome challenges with their knowledge and faith. He said His Majesty's vision to Oman's prosperous future, Oman's Vision 2040, started to take shape into reality, which included restructuring the state's administrative apparatus so as to maintain the active, civilized and influential entity of Oman. His Excellency concluded his cable by expressing the loyalty and gratitude of all affiliates of the Royal Office and Royal Guard of Oman to continue their efforts to safeguard the country, asking the Almighty to preserve Oman and its security.
His Majesty Sultan Haitham bin Tariq also received a cable of greetings from His Excellency Abdul Malik bin Abdullah Al Khalili, Chairman of the State Council, on the occasion of the 50th Glorious National Day. In his cable, His Excellency the Chairman of the State Council said, on the occasion of the National Day, on his behalf and on behalf of the honorable members of the State Council and its employees, it gives him great honor to extend sincere congratulations to His Majesty, coupled with their heartfelt prayers to grant His Majesty good health, happiness and long life, and to grant Oman and its people more security, stability and welfare. He said that the last few months of His Majesty's prosperous era has brought very important achievements represented in the modernization of laws and regulations and restructure of the state's administrative apparatus in a way that enable all government units to be in the level that enable it to administer the will of building and achieves the requirements of His Majesty's vision for upcoming phase. At the end of his cable, His Excellency the Chairman of the State Council expressed allegiance and loyalty to be committed to His Majesty's approach stipulated in the throne speech that included the pillars of national work for taking into account political, economic, health and social changes in the world. praying to Allah the Almighty to crown His Majesty with success. His Majesty Sultan Haitham bin Tariq also received a cable of greetings from His Excellency Khalid ibn Hilal al-Ma'wali, Chairman of the Shura Council, on the occasion of the 50th Glorious National Day.
His Excellency, the Chairman of the Shura Council, said in his cable that he is honoured on behalf of himself and members of the Shura Council to forward best greetings to His Majesty on the occasion of the 50th Glorious National Day, praying to the Almighty to protect His Majesty and endow him with good health, long life, and bestow upon him with great care and support. In his cable, His Excellency the Shura Council Chairman stated that nations and civilizations are not weighted based on the number of years, but rather on their achievements, prosperity, security, peace, and established justice with a vision targeting the welfare of citizens and focusing on development and economy. He also added that Shura is a pillar of governance and a cornerstone for building a nation, which is clearly reflected in the Council's work and effort. He further added that the Shura Council is looking forward to have a continued cooperation between the Council and the Government to work in achieving the programs for Oman's 10th five-year plan and Oman Vision 2040. His Excellency Khalid bin Hilal al-Ma'wali, Chairman of the Shura Council, concluded the cable, praying to Allah to keep Oman and its people safe and protected and bless the country with peace, stability and security.
His Majesty Sultan Haitham bin Tariq received a cable of greetings from His Excellency Lieutenant General Hassan bin Mohsen Al-Shuraiki, Inspector General of Police and Customs, on the occasion of the 50th National Day.
His Majesty Sultan Haitham bin Tariq received a cable of greetings from His Excellency Lieutenant General Hassan bin Mohsen Al-Shuraiki, Inspector General of Police and Customs, on the occasion of the 50th National Day, in which he said he is honoured, along with the affiliates of Royal Oman Police, to forward to His Majesty's sincere greetings and wishes on this glorious occasion, asking Almighty to return such happy occasions on His Majesty with health, and to Oman and its nation with permanent welfare. He added that the Royal Oman Police has witnessed an accelerated growth, development and preparedness in all fields until it has achieved a prominent status among its counterparts around the world, thanks to Allah and the continued support extended to the institution. He also added that Omani citizens, men and women, have competed to be part of the police service and have proven their capacity to observe and apply modern police sciences in their delicate tasks with total accuracy and high standard, which have won their always praises and cooperation from their fellow citizens in this country. His Excellency Lieutenant General Hassan bin Mohsen Al-Shuraiki, Inspector General of Police and Customs, concluded his cable by saying that affiliates of Royal Oman Police, while celebrating this glorious occasion, are keen and persistent to perform their duties with more efficiency and readiness to serve their country and its security, asking Almighty Allah to protect His Majesty and endow him with health and happiness.
His Majesty Sultan Haitham bin Tariq received a cable of greetings from His Excellency Lieutenant General Saeed bin Ali Al-Hilali, Head of Internal Security Services, on the occasion of the 50th National Day of the Renaissance. In the cable, he extended sincere greetings and best wishes to His Majesty, praying to Almighty Allah to bless His Majesty and protect him from the dear homeland as a source of strength and pride. His Excellency also said that Almighty Allah has granted His care and blessings on Oman's modern Renaissance and has chosen His Majesty to be a Sultan to lead the Renaissance with wise visions for brighter future and horizons of sustainable growth during current challenges. His Excellency, the Head of the Internal Security Services, concluded his cable by expressing allegiance and loyalty to protect the soil of the dear country, praying to Almighty Allah to bestow upon His Majesty the Sultan happiness and welfare. His Majesty Sultan Haitham bin Tariq, the Supreme Commander, issued a royal pardon to a number of prisoners convicted of different cases. They included 390 prisoners, out of which 150 are foreigners. The royal pardon comes in coincidence with the 50th National Day of the Renaissance. His Majesty Sultan Haitham bin Tariq sent a cable of greetings to His Majesty King Mohammed VI of Morocco on the occasion of the independence anniversary of the Kingdom of Morocco. His Majesty the Sultan also sent a cable of greetings to His Excellency President Eglis Lavits of the Republic of Latvia on the anniversary of the Declaration of the Republic. Still to come in our news bulletin. The main streets and some landmarks are lit up to commemorate the 50th National Day. As part of the celebration to mark UN International Day for Tolerance, the Sultanate celebrated the first anniversary of the initiative, Sultan Qaboos Declaration Project on United Human Values. More details in the following report.
Throughout history rationale, thinking people have dreamt of a global human community in which humankind can live together as one. However, disputes and disagreements over resources and the exercise of power, under a variety of pretexts ranging from the right to individual freedom and the rights to property and privacy, have led to conflicts between individuals and communities, and ultimately to bitter divisions and strife. In order to overcome this predicament, mankind needs only to adopt a value system with a genuine ethical dimension. Only then, and only by applying sound intellect and judgment, will humanity be able to appreciate the true implications of freedom of choice and understand the need for us all to work together to create a human community of entente. In examining some of the options for a human community of entente, this new initiative recognizes the need to consider the overall interest of the human race as a whole. The Declaration of the Harmonious Community Initiative is a call and a message for a different way to understand the burning issues facing humankind, based on a value-laden approach and an ethical perspective. This approach has become indispensable due to the urgent demands of human existence and survival in our world. These demands call for a dignified life that enhances human reason, peace, justice, responsible freedom, mutual respect, dialogue, and exchange of opinions. They call for a life that shuns domination, control-oriented mentalities, and hate behavior. Current times in the world show much division and conflict based on religious, cultural, economic, and other ideals. Sultan Qaboos' Declaration of Harmonious Community aims to perpetuate tolerance and acceptance, while acknowledging that differences in thought are human nature. Ahmed Mahmoud Al-Hanai, Muscat.
The Ministry of Health launched today a book titled Leadership and Decision Making in 2 editions in Arabic and English under the auspices of His Excellency Sayyid Hamoud bin Faisal Al Busaidi, Minister of Interior. The book, which reflects scientific experience, started before 8 years ago. It contains a series of scientific achievements of the Ministry of Health. It focused on the human factor who was and still contributing to upgrade the health services at a time when the health system facing unusual challenges. The book contains 18 chapters divided into 5 main fields. It aims at enabling the development and leadership at all healthcare sections. The streets and main landmarks around the Sultanate, especially in the Governorate of Muscat, are donned in dazzling colors of lights depicting His Majesty Sultan Haytham's photographs with a number of 50 and Oman's flags side by side. Abdullah bin Ahmed Al-Rubai takes us through some of the colorful scenes in this report.
A festive atmosphere across the Sultanate is well seen as 50th National Day is getting closer. Here in Muscat, national flags have been prominently placed across the capital city together with the portraits of His Majesty Sultan Haytham, our beloved leader, and Sultan Qaboos, the father of the nation. May Allah rest his soul in peace. The street also include other decorations that have been installed along the roads and buildings. The streets are illuminated with colorful lights, all to show the devotion and gratitude for the country and its leadership. During this time, citizens and expatriates alike join hands to show their love for Oman, and Omanis make the best use of this month to show their patriotism. All of these preparations and celebrations display a sense of pride, confidence, and hopes in the minds of citizens and all in the country.
Royal Oman Police has underwent various stages of development and modernization since the dawn of the Blessed Renaissance that enabled it to play its security and national roles efficiently. It is continuing this march during the era of His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq, the Supreme Commander, and moving forward to achieve the aspirations of the people of Oman through providing best police services and establishing security and stability in the dear country. ROP is working to develop the capabilities of personnel in all levels for better renderance of services and citizens and residents that keep pace with latest developments. ROP is adopting modern technology and electronic services that save time and efforts. The Sultanate's government has devoted significant attention to the development of human resources, where through education and training in the educational institutions within the country, and the youth are happy with the resources in Oman. More details in the following report by Abdullah bin Ahmed Al-Rubai.
Since the very beginning of the modern Omani Renaissance, the government of the Sultanate of Oman under the leadership of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos bin Said, may his soul rest in peace, significant attention was devoted to the development of human resources, where the government has exerted great efforts to education and training of the Omani nationals to enable them contributing to the development of the country in various fields, while others continue their preparation.
Education is essential for the development of any nation. Thus, the Omani government has devoted magnificent attention to education since the very beginning of the wise leadership of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos, may Allah have mercy on his soul. That has also been reflected in the vision of Education 2040, which aims to equip young Omanis with necessary values, knowledge, and skills to enable them to be productive and cope with the continual changes in the globe under the leadership of His Majesty Haytham bin Tariq. I am a proud academic working in one of the leading institutions in Sahar. I'd like to take this chance to congratulate the leadership, people, and residents of Oman on the occasion of Silver Jubilee of National Day.
As the youth thirst for education, I am happy that educational institutions in the Sultanate, including Sahara University, have all the resources for our learning. Thanks to the leadership of His Majesty Haytham bin Tariq and the late Sultan Qaboos bin Said. May God rest his soul in paradise. And may God bless the government of His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq. And may God bless all of us, this country, this people, the students of this university. And may God bless you all.
I would like to take this opportunity to say a massive thank you for the leadership of His Majesty, and I would also like to say a massive thank you for Soha University. The support has been incredible, and if I can say that Soha University has an incredible building and amazing staff. At the end, I would like to say thank you very much, and we truly appreciate that, and we are proud to be Omani.
This path is strengthened in Second Renaissance under the guardianship of His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq, equipping human resources with the values, knowledge and skills to enable them to be productive in the world of the knowledge economy, and they keep pace with the continual changes in the world. At the same time, they maintain their national identity and intrinsic values and contribute to the advancement of human civilization. The whole country is celebrating the National Day, the 50th anniversary of the Sultanate of Oman. All youngsters together with everyone, they're quite happy with the all resources available in the country. I'm here in front of Soha University, and students have expressed their happiness for the facilities available here. Abdullah bin Ahmed Al-Rubai, Sultanate of Oman Television, Soha.
This is the Sultanate of Oman Television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq receives more cables of greetings on the occasion of the 50th National Day of the Renaissance. And His Majesty the Sultan, the Supreme Commander, issues a royal pardon to a number of prisoners convicted in different cases. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the studios, thank you and it's good night.